वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते
ॐ
देवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I welcome you to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for All session. Today is April 21st, 2026. Rasapriya, just turn off those fans, too much noise. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8. Lord Krishna shows the universal form within his mouth. And in yesterday's session, we saw that when YASODAMAYI tried to figure out the cause for the vision that she got inside Krishna's mouth or in his belly, seeing the universal form. Then she tried to figure out by her logic, maybe she's dreaming, maybe it is Deva Maya, illusion created by the demigods, or maybe it is her own Brahma, by her own mind or intelligence. She's an illusion. Or maybe it is caused by Krishna's mystic power. But all of these failed. They didn't, these reasons didn't give her the solution. So then at that time, she surrendered to the Supreme Lord. How did she surrender? The way we cannot understand the Lord or any transcendental subject matter, you cannot understand simply by logic, with your intelligence, with your mind, with your chitta, you're trying to, figure out, or by various activities, or with your words. You cannot, or with a combination of all these. Can you find out about the Lord? It's not possible. Or you cannot understand this universe which is created by the Lord simply with your intelligence, with your mind, with your words, with your activities. You won't be able to find out. So then what is the way to understand? You have to surrender to the Lord. When you cannot understand something, why, when some things are bewildering to you, we read in the purport also, right? Sometimes we are put into troubles and into problems, and we try to figure out what is the reason, what is the cause. But when you are not able to find out the reason, the best is to surrender to the Supreme Lord. Take full shelter of the Supreme Lord. That is the best course of action. When you're not able to figure out, when you're not able to understand why something is happening, just surrender to the Supreme Lord, and that is the best course of action. And that's exactly what YASODAMAYI did here. So in that context, we saw Srila Prabhupada gave put the verse that Brahmaji spoke to Lord Kṛṣṇa, that a devotee who, in spite of or while undergoing severe suffering, he feels gratitude within his heart to the Supreme Lord. What is that? I was actually supposed to suffer much, much more because of my own past karma. But by my Lord, because of his compassion, has reduced my suffering, and he's only giving me a token suffering, a token of what I actually deserve to suffer. He's just giving me a little bit. And with this gratitude, with his body, mind, and words, he is offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee is qualified, and it is his right, daya bhag. Daya bhag means it is his right to go back to Godhead, to go back to the spiritual world. So Srila Prabhupada quoted that verse to say that one who surrenders to the Lord in difficulties, instead of trying to find reasons, such a person is actually in a very good state of consciousness, and he is protected. So YASODAMAYI also, she tried to figure out why she's seeing this in Krishna's mouth and what could be the reason and all that. And finally she came to the conclusion it is not possible to find out. And she surrendered to the Supreme Lord, saying that, my Lord, this whole creation is yours. My boy was created by you, and so far he's been protected by you. Now it is up to you. Please take care of him. Please protect him. Because she's even thinking maybe it is some ghost or something because of which, this is happening. So from all, whatever problems there may be, for the devotee, the only shelter is the Supreme Lord. So she's saying, he's my only shelter. That's all. Pranatasmi tatpadam. I'm offering my obeisances to him. Like this, YASODAMAYI said. Then, so whatever YASODAMAYI saw, that was because of Aishwarya Shakti, Krishna's Aishwarya Shakti. Aishwarya Shakti is also Swarupa Shakti only. So Krishna has internal energy, marginal energy, and external energy. So his Aishwarya is also his Swarupa. Swarupa, when you say Swarupa, Swarupa means it is inherent. It is an inherent quality in the Lord. What about creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material world? Is this part of the Lord's Swarupa? Creating this material world, maintaining this material world, and annihilating, is this part of Krishna's Swarupa? Swarupa means that which is inherent within him. It is always that you cannot separate it from the Lord. That's why Swarupa Shakti, you cannot separate it from the Lord. It is inherent to his personality. It is there. You cannot separate it from him. It is not. Creation, maintenance, and annihilation is not part of his Swarupa. It is Tatastha. There are the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Janma Tene Brahma Hrida Ya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Yat Surayah Tejo Varimridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrisha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. In this, there is Tatastha Lakshana and there is Swarupa Lakshana. That means this verse is defining, the absolute truth. The absolute truth, who is the absolute truth? Kṛṣṇa is the absolute truth. So Kṛṣṇa has Swarupa Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. That means not that Kṛṣṇa has any definition. When you define something, that definition consists of Swarupa Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. Lakshana means characteristics. What is the difference between characteristic and quality? Do you know? What is the difference between characteristic and quality? Okay. So characteristic is a unique quality. Characteristic means you find it only in that, not to be found in anything else, in that particular group, which is being defined here. Characteristic. Quality this quality may be there in this group and in another group, in many groups it's possible. But when you say characteristic, it is a unique quality. So when you define an object, that definition will have, or it should have. That's when it is a definition. The definition should have unique qualities of that particular object. So if you are defining a cow, cow, if you want to define a cow, then your definition of the cow should consist of unique qualities that are to be found only in a cow, not to be found in any other species or animal anywhere. That quality should be there only in a cow. Unique quality or a characteristic. Do you know what is a characteristic of the cow, which only cows have and nobody else has? If you say, yes, Mataji.
Mataji, the what is it called? The dual lap on the neck.
Yes.
Yeah, if I
Correct.
remember.
Yes, dewlap. And in
Dewlap,
Hindi
yeah.
it's called galkambal.
Yes, welcome.
Yes, correct. So that's one thing. So the dewlap, only cows have. Only cows have this. Others don't have. Galkambal or dewlap. Hump, yes, cows have hump, but camels also have hump, no? Like that. But this dewlap, only cows have. So if you are asked to define a cow and you say cow is a four-legged animal and it gives milk, is that sufficient? No. That definition will have, maybe I should just take the opportunity to explain these things today. I don't know, somehow I just started on this topic, so I'll just tell you some things. One second. It's better to write, otherwise you won't remember. Just 1 second. I will start. Okay. So we're discussing Srimad Bhagavatam. And We are in the 10th canto, 8th chapter, text 42. But we are not exactly discussing that. I'm just telling you for a definition, right? When you say a definition should have unique qualities, right? Or characteristics. Okay. So these unique qualities are called lakshana in Sanskrit. Unique quality or characteristic is called lakshana. So definition, or you can say lakshana means definition also, because what will the definition have? Definition has these unique qualities. So you can say lakshana means definition, or you can say lakshana is these unique qualities. Okay. Now these lakshanas, so I was telling you why you need to have. So example of unique quality, I said example. So if you say define a cow. Okay. So now I will give you some examples. What happens if you don't have unique qualities? In the definition, if you don't have unique qualities, there will be defects in that definition. There are 3 defects. In the definition. There are 3 defects in the definition. If there are no unique qualities. So if you define something without unique qualities, then there will be some defects in that definition. What are those defects? First one is called ativyapti. Ativyapti dosha or ativyapti defect. Second one is avyapti. Avyapti. And the third one is asambhava. Asambhava dosha. So let's take the definition of a cow. So if I say cow is a 4-legged animal. What is the defect in this? If I say cow is a 4-legged animal, what is the defect?
There are plenty of animals with 4 legs.
Exactly. Then your definition will cover not only cows, but also donkeys, horses, cats, dogs, elephants. All these will be included in your definition. So you say a 4-legged animal is a cow. That means your cow definition covers not only cows, but so many other animals which are not cows. So that means there is ativyapti dosha. Ativyapti means you're adding unwanted, undesirable objects are also included in your definition. That is ativyapti dosha. Avyapti dosha. Avyapti dosha, let us say cow is a white animal. What's the problem with this definition? My
Mataji,
definition
there are so many cows that are not white, like brown cow, black cow.
exactly. That means avyapti means this definition is not covering
Everybody.
all the desirable objects. It's only covering a small portion of the desirable object. So you have left out. That means the black, brown, and blue, gray cows, they are not cows. According to your definition, then they are not cows. Only white cows are cows. All the others are not cows. That means there is a defect in this definition. It is not including all the desired objects under your definition. This is avyapti dosha. Then there is asambhava dosha. You say cow is a flying, or cow is an animal that flies in the sky. What's the problem with this definition?
It is asambhav. It's not true to
There's not even one cow.
cow that can fly. It's not true.
Yeah, that fits into your definition. It's not covering even a single desirable object. Right? There is no cows that fly. So in all these three definitions, you have not used a characteristic. You've not used a unique quality. So when you don't use a unique quality, these doshas will come, these defects will come. Ativyapti dosha, avyapti dosha, asambhava dosha. That means your definition is not accurate then. It is not representing all the objects that you're trying to define. There are defects in your definition. That is why a definition should have unique qualities. So they are called lakshana. Now this lakshana, in lakshana you have two types. One is called swarupa lakshana. And the other is called tatastha. Tatastha lakshana. Swarupa lakshana and tatastha lakshana. So both are unique qualities. That means these qualities are found only in our the object that we are defining. These qualities are not to be found elsewhere. Okay, that should be clear. Both Swarupa Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana, these are unique qualities that are to be found. Just like in cows, you have Galkambal. So that Galkambal is a unique quality that is to be found in cows only. But you can have unique qualities that are Swarupa or Tatastha. Two types of unique qualities, Swarupa Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. What is Swarupa Lakshana? Swarupa Lakshana means this quality or this characteristic is inherent, characteristic inherent to the Swarupa of the object being defined. It is inherent to the object, to the Swarupa of the object being defined. This is called Swarupa Lakshana. What is Tatastha Lakshana? This is also a unique characteristic, but this is not intrinsic. You can also say inherent or you can say intrinsic. Characteristic, not intrinsic or not inherent. That means it is outside, or you can say, or it is outside the Swarupa of the object being defined. It is outside the Swarupa of the object being defined. So I asked you from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, first verse, Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas. That shloka of the absolute truth. When you say a definition, it's not necessary that it should always have both Swarupa Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. But in this case, we have both. There is Swarupa Lakshana and there is Tatastha Lakshana of the absolute truth. So, when you say Lakshana, it is a unique characteristic. So, both are unique characteristics. But one is inside the Swarupa of the Lord, the other is outside the Swarupa of the Lord. So, what is the Swarupa of Kṛṣṇa? Swarupa, what is the Swarupa of Kṛṣṇa? When I say Kṛṣṇa, absolute truth, what is the last name? What is the absolute truth when you say, who is Swayam Bhagavan?
Kṛṣṇa.
Which
Absolute.
Kṛṣṇa? Which Kṛṣṇa?
Yashodanandan Kṛṣṇa?
Yes, Yashodanandan Kṛṣṇa. Golok Kṛṣṇa, Yashodanandan Kṛṣṇa, Nandanandan Kṛṣṇa. That is Swayam Bhagavan. Not even Kṛṣṇa in Dwaraka. What to speak of Lord Narayan? So when you say Swayam Bhagavan, Kṛṣṇa of Goloka, that is his Swarupa. So I gave you the hint now. Now you tell me. This definition is saying Janma Adi Yasya. That means he is the cause of Janma, means creation, Adi, etc. That means it includes maintenance, annihilation of this material worlds, material universe. He is the cause of the creation, maintenance, and annihilation. And he knows also, Abhigya. He knows everything that's going on in this creation, both directly and indirectly. Anvayad-itaratascha. Okay? So now you tell me this creation, maintenance, and annihilation, is this Swarupa Lakshana or Tatastha Lakshana?
Swarupa Lakshana Mataji.
Swarupa Lakshana. Why?
It is characteristic.
On what basis you're saying it is Swarupa Lakshana?
It is inherent.
So, Swayam Bhagavan Kṛṣṇa, Yashodanandan Kṛṣṇa, is he creating this material world? He is maintaining it and he is annihilating?
Yes, Mataji. It means yes,
No.
Mataji.
Kṛṣṇa is not doing that. Who does that? Creation is done by who?
Creation is done by Vishnu. Maintenance
Karanodakshai
by
Vishnu.
Karanodakshai. Yes.
Yes, Karanodakshai Vishnu. And then maintenance is done by who?
Maintenance by Vishnu.
Kshirodakshai Vishnu. Yes. And then annihilation? Again, everything goes back into Karanodakshai Vishnu. So, Purushavatāras. So, is this creation, maintenance, and annihilation the Swarupa Lakshana within the Swarupa of Kṛṣṇa? It's not. When you say Swarupa, Swarupa means that is his. That is how to say. Swarupa means that is his actual position. That is his eternal position, his Swarupa. And that's his personality, that is his form, that is his existence. So, what is the Swarupa of the absolute truth? He is a cowherd boy in Vrindavan. That's what we are reading now. He Kṛṣṇa is always, what is Kṛṣṇa's mood? I am the son of YASODAMAYI, I am the son of Nanda Mahārāja. Is he playing this part temporarily for some time? Or is it his actual position? Is this his Swarupa? Being the son of YASODAMAYI and Nanda Mahārāja, is it his original actual position? Or is he playing this role? This is his Swarupa. That is
Actual
why,
position.
that is why when he is telling lies to YASODAMAYI, being afraid of her punishment, that is said, no, this is his Swarupa. So there is no question of, doing something on a false platform. For us in this world, when you lie, what is that? Lying is the opposite of truth, right? So the reality is truth. And what is unreal, you call it false or a lie. Can you say like that? For Kṛṣṇa, it is unreal or it is false, which is not true? No. Because that is absolute truth. Him being the son of YASODAMAYI, a small child, that is truth. That is reality. There is no question of lie. And even in that, if he is out of fear of YASODAMAYI, if he is saying that they are all lying, that is also true. Because it is only natural for a child in that position to become afraid of the mother. And he is not pretending, he is not acting. That is his original actual position, being the child of YASODAMAYI and Nanda Mahārāja. So the point here is, Kṛṣṇa's Swarupa is, he is a cowherd boy in Vrindavan. That is his Swarupa. And that is the last word, the ultimate in name, the ultimate name in the absolute truth, Kṛṣṇa and Goloka. There's nothing beyond that. There's nobody equal to that, no form of the Lord also equal to that. And what to speak of anything higher than that? It's not there. In that, so now creation of, creating this material world, maintaining this material world, and annihilating this material world, that is not his Swarupa. That is carried out by his expansion. Even when he comes to this material world, it's not that he's coming here for maintenance. Maintenance is done by Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. And even there, you know how maintenance is done? We had, I think, discussed it some time ago. But you see, for this material creation, you need, there is creation, there is maintenance, and there is annihilation. There is creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Creation is done by whom? Lord Brahma. Maintenance by Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. And annihilation is done by whom? By Lord Shiva. How is Brahmaji creating? He is creating with the help of the mode of passion. His body is made of the mode of passion. Lord Shiva is annihilating with the help of ignorance. His body is made of the mode of ignorance. What about Lord Vishnu? He is maintaining with the help of goodness. Yes, but his body is not made of goodness. This is material goodness. What is the sambandha of Brahmaji with the modes? Or Shivji, what is his relationship with the modes?
They touch the modes. They come in contact with the modes, whereas you explained Mahavishnu does not, he's transcendental. He maintains but without coming in contact with the modes.
Right. So this is samyoga, sanyoga sambandha. He's touching the modes. Same with Brahmaji, sanyoga sambandha. They are actually touching the modes. But Lord Vishnu, no.
Samipya.
Samipya. That means proximity, but not touching. That means here, samipya. Samipya sambandha means Lord Vishnu is not, this is material mode of goodness. He's using this for maintenance of this universe, but he's not even touching it. So this maintenance, is it part of his Swarupa? He's maintaining with the help of the mode of goodness. This goodness, passion and ignorance are the external energy. It's outside the Swarupa. When you say external means what? External to what? External to his Swarupa. That's why it is called external energy. When you say internal energy, internal to what? Internal to his Swarupa. So this maintenance is done with what? With the help of the external energy, the modes. Passion, goodness and ignorance, these are the external energy. External energy means it is external to his Swarupa. So therefore, creation, maintenance and annihilation are not Swarupa Lakshana of the Supreme Lord. No doubt, they are Lakshana. They are characteristic of the Supreme Lord. But they are not Swarupa Lakshana. Because these functions are not inherent to the Swarupa of the Lord. That's why they're called Tatastha. Tatastha Lakshana. Tatastha Lakshana. Is that clear? Or is it, is this point clear? Why creation, maintenance, annihilation is not Swarupa Lakshana. It is Tatastha Lakshana. Okay. Is it okay to others also?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So then, what is Swarupa Lakshana in that definition then? Satyam param, param satyam. Right? Satyam param dhimahi is said, na? So that satyam param or param satyam, absolute truth. Is that Swarupa Lakshana? The Lord is param satyam. He is the supreme absolute truth. Is that, yes, Tatastha, Gauna, Lakshanas, in Lakshana we don't use the word Gaun, Mataji. Tatastha is said, Tata, you know, like you have Tatastha Shakti, right? We are the marginal energy. That means it is not inside the Swarupa, it is outside the border, right? It is outside, like that. When you say Gauna, Gauna means secondary. So that is used Guni Bhuta, Pradhani Bhuta and Guni Bhuta, Bhakti. So when Bhakti is primary, when the main thing is Bhakti, in your activities that you do, when the main, how do I say, like most of what you do, right? Percentage wise. When mostly if you're doing Bhakti and you're doing little bit of karma, then their karma is Gauna. Bhakti is Pradhana. And because Bhakti is Pradhana, it is called Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti or Karma Mishra Bhakti. That mainly Bhakti, therefore Bhakti, it is Bhakti in which little bit of karma is mixed. Karma Mishra Bhakti. So Bhakti is called Gauna there. I mean, karma is called Gauna. Whereas on the left side, karmis. The karmis also have to do some bhakti, otherwise they don't get the result. Whether you are karmi or jnani, unless you do some bhakti, you don't get the result of what you're doing. But your main activity is karma. You want material result and you identify yourself with that work. So main activity is karma. But in order to get the result of that karma, you use little bit of bhakti. Just like in yagyas, they chant Om Keshavaya Namah, Om Narayanaya Namah. This chanting of mantras is the bhakti anga used in karma. so that you will get the result of your karma, going to Swarga or getting a son or whatever. So in that case, what do you call it? You don't call it karma mishra bhakti. You call bhakti mishra karma, because karma is main. Karma is pradhana. Bhakti is gauna. You're using little bit of bhakti. So bhakti is secondary. Karma is primary. That's main. There you call it bhakti mishra karma. And that bhakti mishra karma is also called guni bhuta bhakti. Guni bhuta means it is gauna, where bhakti is gauna. It can be guni bhuta karma or guni bhuta jnana, where bhakti becomes gauna. So there you use the word gauna. And in another context where you use gauna is when you have a definite, a statement from the Vedas. We take from Bhagavatam only. In Varaha Leela, we see that the earth fell into Rasatala. That is the statement. Earth fell into Rasatala. Now, if you take the meaning as it is, literal meaning, Rasatala we understand Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. These are the cavities inside the thickness of the earth. Earth is a disc. Earth is a disc. So it's just like if you start digging the earth now. We are on the surface of the earth. So inside the thickness of the earth, which is like a disc, if you start digging, and also in a particular location, under Mount Sumeru, not all over, under Mount Sumeru, when you start digging, you go deeper, 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 then you will find these planets inside. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. So if you took the literal meaning of the statement that the earth fell into Rasatala, will it make any sense? It won't make any sense. How can the earth fall into Rasatala? Rasatala is inside the earth. How earth will fall into Rasatala? There you cannot take a direct meaning, exact literal meaning. You have to take gauna artha, secondary meaning, gauna artha. There also we use the word gauna. So what is the gauna artha? It fell in the location. So Rasatala means Rasatala is just above the water, Garbhodaka water. So below Rasatala is Patala and under Patala is water. So the earth fell into Rasatala means you should understand it slipped down to the position where usually Rasatala, wherever it stays, the whole earth slipped down. So the surface of the earth now came to the place where normally Rasatala would be. That means the rest of the earth went underwater, right? So to say that the earth went into Garbhodaka ocean, it is said the earth fell into Rasatala. Here you have to take gauna artha, secondary meaning. You cannot take the direct meaning, literal meaning. If you take direct meaning, it doesn't make any sense. Since we are discussing this anyway, I should also add one point here. So there are several examples. Gangayam Goshaha. That means the house is on the Ganges. When you say the house is on the Ganges, can you take literally that the house is on the water of the Ganges floating? How is it possible? So when you say Gangayam Goshaha means you cannot take literal meaning, you have to take Gauna Artha. It is on the bank of the Ganges. Or you say my house is on the road. My house is on the road doesn't mean it is in the middle of the road. It is on the side, right? Facing the road, like that. So you have to take a secondary meaning because the direct meaning is not possible. Whenever such a statement comes in Shastra, where if you took the literal meaning, it just doesn't, it is not possible. It cannot happen. It is impossible. Then in that case, you have to take a secondary meaning. That is allowed. And you have to take, there's no other way. But what Sripad Shankaracharya did was, the direct statements of the Vedas, the Vedanta Sutras, straightforward, direct meanings are there. And the direct statements are possible. Literal meanings are possible. Straightforward sentences are there. Willingly, purposely, he took secondary meanings to the direct statements given in Shastra. Why? Of course, to push his Advaita philosophy. And the purpose of pushing the Advaita philosophy is to trap all the people who are envious of the Supreme Lord. They only get attracted to this philosophy. To trap them, he gave the Advaita philosophy. Unless he gave secondary Gauna Arthas, he would not be able to, put forward his Advaita philosophy. So therefore, that is, condemned by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was having that dialogue with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. What is the need? You take Gauna Artha when there is no possibility of taking direct meaning. If there is a possibility of taking direct meaning, why you should take Gauna Artha? But purposely, he takes, whenever there is a discussion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, transcendental form, he'll take some Gauna Artha to establish that in the ultimate issue, absolute truth is impersonal. And whenever there is a form, it is material. Even the form of the Lord, it is material, like that. So that's the Gauna. Gauna is not used in this context. This is just Tatastha and Swarup Lakshana. Why we discuss that is, I was asking you about creation. Is it the Tatastha Lakshana or Swarupa Lakshana of the Supreme Lord? So it is actually Tatastha Lakshana. Creation is not Swarupa Lakshana. So what happened to YASODAMAYI? She faced this Aishwarya Shakti. So I was telling you that this Aishwarya Shakti is also Swarupa Lakshana only of the Lord. It is not Tatastha Lakshana. Aishwarya. Aishwaryasya, Viryasya, Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Yash, Aishwaryasya,
Samagrasya Virjasya
Yashasashriya. Yes.
Jnana Vairagya.
Jnanam Vairagyam. Yes. So these are the bhaga. These are the opulences of the Supreme Lord. This is the Aishwarya of the Supreme Lord. Is this Tatastha Lakshana or Swarupa Lakshana? These opulences are Swarupa Lakshana or Tatastha Lakshana? Their outside is Swarupa or their inside is Swarupa? Possessing these opulences.
Mataji, Swarup Lakshana?
Yeah, Swarupa Lakshana. Like he has complete beauty. He has complete wealth, complete power. So when Kṛṣṇa is a baby in the lap of YASODAMAYI, does he still have all these opulences or not? It's another thing that, that Aishwarya. Aishwarya means, again, there's two meanings here. When you say Madhurya and Aishwarya, just like when you say Madhurya, one meaning of Madhurya is the conjugal pastimes of Kṛṣṇa. But also when you say Madhurya, Madhurya means sweet, free from any tinge of Aishwarya. So there when you say Aishwarya means awe and reverence. Madhurya means intimacy, condensed sweetness, very intimate. There is no, it's like formal and informal. Aishwarya is formal. Madhurya is very, very informal. Like how YASODAMAYI, when she has to feed Kṛṣṇa, if she's eating from her plate, she'll just grab Kṛṣṇa, make him sit in her lap, she's feeding him and she'll be eating and she can feed him. Can Devaki Mai do that to Kṛṣṇa? No. What will Devaki Mai do? Because she knows this is the supreme, the way you worship the deity on the altar, like that. You have to give achaman and you have to give a cloth and everything, and then set the plate nicely and give all the offerings neatly arranged in different bowls not that they're overlapping each other, no mess. It has to be very nicely. Offer him a seat and then, like that. That is Aishwarya. So Aishwarya Madhurya, that is there. But at the same time, when you say he has these opulences, it's called bhaga. So in that you have Aishwarya, Yashaha, Virya, then Shriyaha, Jnanam, Vairagyam. These are all his opulences. Are they outside his Swarupa? No, they are part of his personality. They're not outside his Swarupa, they're inside his Swarupa. All these bhagas are there in him. However, because they would interfere with the sweet exchanges of love in Vraja, the Aishwarya aspect, the awe and reverence, right? That Aishwarya means he is the supreme personality of Godhead, the most powerful. So those things are not manifest all the time. When Krishna is killing the demons, then even then, it's not that all of a sudden he'll become big and then he'll kill. He'll look like a child only. However, he's killing such a big demon. How he's doing that? Because he has that Aishwarya in him. He has all those opulences in him. So, this is also Swarupa Shakti. My point is, Yasodamayi is seeing this universal form inside Krishna's mouth or inside his belly that is manifested by the Aishwarya Shakti of the Lord. This Aishwarya Shakti is also his Swarupa Shakti only, his internal energy. It is his internal energy. It's not external energy, and it is okay. We should read the verse today. Text 42. So when Yasodamayi saw that, what happened? She started questioning. Oh, is it this? No, it's not possible. None of this is possible. Then she surrendered to the Supreme Lord, Lord Narayan. I'm taking shelter of you. Her intention is, what can I know, right? But you protect my child. You have given him, you have created everything. How can we know you? Now you please protect my child. With that intention, she surrendered. And then, because of this Aishwarya Shakti's effect, so normally Aishwarya does not come out because it's Vraja, and the love is so intense that Aishwarya cannot stand there. Aishwarya has no power to stand there, but she's looking for an opportunity to serve, as we read in Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. She's looking for some opportunity to serve. So now, because Yasodamayi was showing a stick to Kṛṣṇa, and so she thought, Aishwarya, what is that? He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvara Parama Kṛṣṇaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Go. How can anyone do that to the Supreme Lord? So she just came out. With all her might, she stood in front of Kṛṣṇa. And the result of that was, it is not, we will see what is happening to Yasodamayi as a result of that. This is what Yasodamayi is thinking, feeling, and she even uttered this. Ahaṁ mamāsau patiresha me suto vrajeśvarasyākhila-vittapā satī gopyaś gopāḥ saha-godhanāś me yan-māyayetthaṁ kumatiḥ same gatiḥ. Ahaṁ mamāsau patiresha me suto vrajeśvarasyākhila-vittapā satī gopyaś gopāḥ saha-godhanāś me yan-māyayetthaṁ kumatiḥ same gatiḥ. Yasodamayi is thinking, because of my Lord, matlab that Lord. In the previous verse, she said, now I am offering my obeisances to the Lord, who cannot be understood, and his creation cannot be understood with my mind, with anyone's mind or chitta or actions or words. We cannot understand him. All we can do is we can just surrender at his lotus feet. So I'm offering my obeisances to that Lord. That was said in the previous verse. Now she's saying that Lord's, that means whose Maya, because of whose Maya, I got this Kumati. Kumati means bad intelligence. Because of whose Maya, that Lord to whom now I am offering my obeisances, because of whose Maya, external energy. Here Maya means which Maya? Mahamaya, external energy. Because of whose Maya, I got this Kumati. No, Yasodamayi is thinking like this. She's thinking, not that she's actually affected by Mahamaya. Mahamaya cannot touch. Mahamaya cannot touch. So that is why this Aishwarya, which manifested in front of Yasodamayi, that Aishwarya is not the external energy. That's why I'm making that point. That Aishwarya is also Swarupa Shakti. In Swarupa Shakti you can also call Yoga Maya. Swarupa Shakti can also be called Yoga Maya. And Yoga Maya has so many different functions, variety of different functions. Leela Shakti is also part of Yoga Maya. And again in Leela Shakti, there are so many different varieties like that. So the point is that Aishwarya Shakti, because of which Yasodamayi saw the universal form, that Aishwarya Shakti is also Swarupa Shakti. That is why it is able to act on Yasodamayi. Yasodamayi is a liberated soul. She's an Nitya Siddha devotee, eternal associate of the Supreme Lord. Yogamaya will only act on the liberated souls. She's not going to act on the conditioned souls. Mahamaya will act on the conditioned souls. So Yogamaya is influencing Yasodamayi here, but very briefly, maybe for 4 or 5 seconds maximum, that's all. But what is the effect we are seeing now? Yasodamayi is thinking after seeing that and then not being able to figure out the cause and then surrendering to the Lord, she got this jnana. What is that jnana? This knowledge, or you can say this realization, that I surrender to that Lord by whose Maya I got this Kumati, I got this bad intelligence. What is that? Ahaṁ. Ahaṁ means I am Yashoda. That means this body, right? I am Yashoda. Mamāsau means this is my husband. Mamāsau, patir. This is my husband. Nanda Mahārāja is my husband. Esha me suto. This is my son. That means Kṛṣṇa is my son. Nanda Mahārāja is my husband. This I am Yashoda. That means because of Maya, I'm thinking that I'm Yashoda and Nanda Mahārāja is my husband and Kṛṣṇa is my son. What else? Vrajeśvarasyākhila-vittapā satī. Vrajeśvara. Who is Vrajeśvara? Vraja Ishvara, the king of the Vrajvasis of Vraja, Nanda Mahārāja. Vrajeśvara asya, his akhila-vittapā. That means I am the owner, or I am the proprietor of all the property and all the wealth of Nanda Mahārāja. Satī. Satī means I am expert at managing all the wealth and everything of Nanda Mahārāja. I am the wife of Nanda Mahārāja, so I am the owner of all his property. And I am expert at managing all these affairs. Gopyaś gopāḥ saha-godhanāś me. All these gopis, gopas, and all the cows, they're all mine. You see, she is Swamini. Nanda Mahārāja is the king, so naturally she is the queen. So everyone else is their servants. So all these gopas, gopis, and all their cows, this is all mine. They are all mine. I got this type of kumati. Kumati. That means this type of illusion or Brahma or, bad intelligence. Why? Because of the Lord's Maya. So let me take shelter. Same gatihi. He is my only shelter. That Lord, whose Maya caused me to think that I am Yashoda, Nanda Mahārāja is my husband, Kṛṣṇa is my son, all the property of Nanda Mahārāja is mine, my property. I am expert at managing all these things, all these gopas, gopis, and the cows, the wealth of the cows, godhana. All this is mine, they are mine. This type of kumati or bad intelligence or illusion I got because of my Lord's illusory power. Let me take shelter of that Lord. What does this mean? Let me take shelter of that Lord means, may that Lord remove my illusion. That means actually I am not Yashoda. Actually I am not the wife of Nanda Mahārāja. And actually Kṛṣṇa is not my son. And I am not the owner of all the property of Nanda Mahārāja, nor am I expert, because all these are, see, these things are applicable to the conditioned souls. Because we are not the bodies. We are different from our bodies. We are spirit souls and we have this material body. And what type of soul? Soul which is covered by avidya, by which I forget that I am a spirit soul. And on top of that, I get another covering of ahaṁkar, because of which I get false identity that I am this body. Then I think, oh, I belong to this family. This is my parents. These are my children. This is my in-laws, my husband. This is my house, my car, my bank balance, isn't it? Is this actually mine? No, because I have these only for as long as I'm in this body, and staying in this body is permanent. No, it is limited. Maximum 100 years. Who's even living for 100 years? Rarely, some people. And after that, this body is finished, and all designations and everything else coming with this body, all that you have to leave behind. That means it was never mine. Falsely I am claiming. Why I am claiming? Because of this Maya, external energy, whose component is avidya. From avidya, and then Prakriti has given me all these ahaṁkara and everything else, because of which now I am thinking I am this body. So in our case, when we get that knowledge, you get antakarana shuddhi by doing nishkama karma yoga, you come out of bodily designation, bodily identification, and then you see, I'm not this body, I'm soul. You realize like that after doing nishkama karma yoga. Because we are not the bodies. Now in YASODAMAYI's case, can you apply the same thing? She's saying, I'm not. She is, their bodies are not material, first of all. They don't have any avidya or nothing. They're all in the Swarupa of the Lord. They are made of the Swarupa Shakti of the Lord. Their bodies are all made of Swarupa Shakti. And it is her eternal position, Swarupa, that she is Kṛṣṇa's mother. She is Nanda Mahārāja's wife. Now for her to feel that, this is the effect of that Aishwarya. That's why that Aishwarya just shook her. Like with all her might, that Aishwarya just knocked against YASODAMAYI. And the effect of that is she got this jnana for a few seconds, maximum 4 or 5 seconds, Maharaj says, not more than that. It's not for a long time, briefly. But she just got this realization that actually I am not Yashoda, I'm not, Nanda Mahārāja is not my wife, Kṛṣṇa is not my son. I mean, Nanda Mahārāja is not my husband, Kṛṣṇa is not my son. All these things. and I'm taking shelter of the Lord, because of whose Maya I'm thinking like this. Why she's taking shelter? So he may remove this illusion, so that now she will actually see the truth, according to her, the truth that she is not Yashoda, that Nanda Mahārāja is not her husband and Kṛṣṇa is not her son. So, is this a fact? It's not a fact. In Yasodamayi's case, this is not at all a fact, that she is actually Yasodamayi and Kṛṣṇa is her son. But this is the effect of that Aishwarya. Now you can compare this with Arjuna. Arjuna, when he saw the universal form, what was the effect on Arjuna? We can actually even look at the verses directly from Bhagavad Gita, what Arjuna says. Just about a minute. So, he's describing this universal form. See. What is Arjuna saying? O all-pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed. He's experiencing fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. Not only that, more, so he's saying, he's saying to Kṛṣṇa, you are the original personality of Godhead. He's saying directly to Kṛṣṇa, you are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, so on and so forth. Then obeisances, see, he's actually offering obeisances to Kṛṣṇa. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading. You are everything. And now see what he's saying. All this is okay. Seeing the universal form, he's saying that. And now he's saying, Sakheti matva prasabam yaduktam. Sakha iti matva. Thinking you to be my friend. And I said, what did I say? Hey Kṛṣṇa, hey Yadava, hey Sakha. Iti. Ajanata mahimanam tavedam. Not knowing your mahima, not knowing your greatness, I called you, hey Kṛṣṇa. So sometimes jokingly, he would, like in a sarcastic way, calling Kṛṣṇa, meaning you dark one, like that. Maharaj says that. So when he's saying Kṛṣṇa, it means he's saying you're black, like that. Or hey Yadava. Of course, out of all this, even sarcasm is also out of love only. Everything is done out of love. In Sakhya Rasa, in a friendship. So sometimes he would call him, hey Yadava, hey Sakha, hey Kṛṣṇa. And Kṛṣṇa actually loved all that. Because that is the taste in Sakhya relationship. He loves that. And, but now after seeing the universal form, what is the effect on Arjuna after seeing that Aishwarya? The effect is, now he's thinking, my treating Kṛṣṇa like a friend was an offense. And he's begging for forgiveness. Please forgive me. Maya pramadat pranayena vapi. Right? Out of madness or out of love, I have done that. But, please forgive me. tat kshamayetvam aham aprameyam. Please forgive me. Sometimes I joked with you in front of other people also. Sometimes when we were alone, while we were eating, while we were, like when they were out vihara or shayyasana, when they were sitting or when they were laying down. So I didn't behave properly because I was too familiar with you. Do you see something like this in Yasodamayi's case? Why? So here the explanation is, Dwaraka Vasis, the residents of Dwaraka, when they come in touch with Aishwarya, their love becomes, it becomes crippled. Not permanently, for the time being. For some time, it becomes crippled. And again, after some time, it comes back. Of course, the actual position is that relationship will be there. With Arjun also, it is not that after seeing the universal form, now he's always just bowing down and offering obeisances to Krishna. No. The battle started and Krishna is the chariot driver and Arjun is, the fighter. And Krishna did all the services of a chariot driver. Every day he would, like clean the horses. I mean, we don't see all this, right? He would clean all the horses, feed them, give them water and everything, decorate the chariot, get the chariot ready, and come in like a chauffeur would do, or a car driver would do, right? He will clean the car and everything, and he'll be standing there for the owner of the car to come, and he'll open the door for him. After he sits, he'll close, and then he'll sit in the driver's seat, and then he'll take orders where to go. Krishna was doing that. Only in place of the car, you take horses, the chariot. So he would just decorate the chariot and get it ready and horses and everything. And when Arjun would come, he would help Arjun get onto the chariot. So he would be sitting there with the horses and hold Arjun's hand, help him get on top of the chariot. And when Arjun had to get down also, Krishna would come, hold his hand and help him get down. So he was always engaged in serving as a chariot driver. So after seeing the universal form, did the position change? That now, Krishna is there and Arjun is the one who is like bowing down and serving and holding Krishna's hand, helping him get down? No. Krishna was chariot driver throughout. And Krishna does it because he loves it. When a devotee comes to that stage of love, when he has that much love for Krishna, he literally controls the Lord. He controls the Lord. The Lord becomes subordinate. He becomes a servant. So, my point is, that's not a permanent position that Arjun is feeling fearful and, he's begging for forgiveness and he's thinking that my calling you as my friend and all that is an offense. For some time, he felt like that. Same with Kunti Maharani also. She's also. So this happens with Dwaraka Vasis. That is the point. When they come in touch with Aishwarya, their love, that means that love for the Lord becomes, that means that Aishwarya will have such an effect on them that they become like, oh, he's the Supreme Lord. They consider that their loving devotion, they consider their activities in love to be offense to the Supreme Lord. That never happens to the devotees in Vraja. Never. Yasodamayi, this was the max. She came to the point of thinking that jnana, right? Oh, under the Lord's illusion, under the influence of my Lord's illusion, I started thinking, I'm thinking that I am Yashoda and Nanda Mahārāja is my husband and Krishna is my son. Like that. That's all. Not once did it come to her mind when she saw that in Krishna's mouth that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. No, not even once. The only effect that this Aishwarya, that too for a few seconds at most, was that she started thinking that, I'm an illusion, and I'm thinking that I am Yashoda and, all this is mine. And she's taking shelter of the Lord to remove this kumati, to remove this bad intelligence or this illusion which has covered her. But she never thought that Kṛṣṇa is the Supreme Lord and, let me bow down before Kṛṣṇa. No. So this only shows the supreme position of the love of the Brajbasis, and here specifically of Yasodamayi. In about Kunti Maharani also it is said that when Arjun was saying these things, Kṛṣṇa was thinking, what happened to my friend? Why is he talking like this? Because he enjoys being called as Sakha, Kṛṣṇa, he loved that. But now when Arjun is begging for forgiveness and offering obeisances, Kṛṣṇa is thinking, what happened to my friend? Kunti Maharani, how Kṛṣṇa saved her sons from, the Brahmastras and all that. Time and again, not once, so many times in the battle he protected. So now she's saying Kṛṣṇa is the supreme. Seeing all that now, Kṛṣṇa is the supreme personality of Godhead. So that is why in Kunti Maharani's prayers, you will say, Namasya Purusham Tvadyam. And Kṛṣṇa is saying, you are my aunt, my father's sister. I'm your nephew. It's not that always she's offering obeisances to Kṛṣṇa like that. No. Usually Kṛṣṇa, whenever he would go, he'll come Bua, like auntie. And he'll come and he'll bow, touch her lotus feet. And then she will bless him, like an elder person would do. But today, she's saying, I offer my obeisances to you. And Kṛṣṇa is like, Buaji, what happened? Why are you, offering obeisances to me? I am your nephew. Why are you offering obeisances to me? No, no, no. You are the Supreme Lord. And then, the prayers go on. You are actually hidden, right? Like a drama artist. This is the effect of Aishwarya. On Dwarkavasis, it happens like that to them, not to Vrajvasis. But even when it happens to Dwarkavasis, it's not permanent. It stays for some time. And then again, same. That relationship is there. Vatsalya relationship will be there. Sakya relationship will be there. But when there is Aishwarya for some time, that love is shaken. But not in case of Vrajvasis. That is the difference we should see. So I'll just read now the translation purport and we'll go to Bhagavad Gita. This. So, ahaṁ mamāsau patiresha me suto, right? I'm thinking, ahaṁ, I'm Yashoda, mamāsau patir. This is my husband. Esha me suto. This is my son. Vrajeśvarasyākhila-vittapā satī, right? I am the owner of all the wealth of the king of Raja, Nanda Mahārāja, and I am expert. And gopyaś gopāḥ, saha-godhanāś me, they all belong to me. Gopas, gopis, and along with all their godhan. Yan-māyayetthaṁ kumatiḥ, by whose maya I got this kumati, same gatiḥ, he is my only shelter. Like that. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. It is by the influence of the Supreme Lord's Maya that I am wrongly thinking that Nanda Mahārāja is my husband, that Kṛṣṇa is my son, and that because I am the queen of Nanda Mahārāja, all the wealth of cows and calves are my possessions, and all the cowherd men and their wives are my subjects. Actually, I also am eternally subordinate to the Supreme Lord. He is my ultimate shelter. Purport. Following in the footsteps of Mother Yashoda, everyone should follow this mentality of renunciation. So Srila Prabhupada is giving lessons to us. Everyone should, of course, it's not, that's not right for Yasodamayi to feel like that. It is right for us. Okay? So, but Srila Prabhupada is taking this opportunity to give us lessons. So following in the footsteps of Mother Yashoda, everyone should follow this mentality of renunciation. Whatever wealth, opulence, or whatever else we may possess belongs not to us, but to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate shelter of everyone and the ultimate owner of everything. Yes. As stated by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita 5:29, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam yatva mam shantim richati. The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. Huh? That means one who knows Kṛṣṇa as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities. One who knows Kṛṣṇa like this, he will attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. So what is the point? He is Maheshwara. Everything belongs to him. That's what Srila Prabhupada is trying to tell us. Yasodama is thinking, I am thinking that I am proprietor. Actually, none of this is mine. Everything is the Supreme Lord's. So to show that, Prabhupada is giving this, quoting this verse, where Kṛṣṇa is only saying that everything is mine. I am Sarva Loka Maheshwara. I am the proprietor. We should not be proud of our possessions, as expressed by Mother Yashoda herein. I am not the owner of possessions, the opulent wife of Nanda Mahārāja. The estate, the possessions, the cows and calves and the subjects like the gopis and cowherd men are all given to me, right? In our case, right? They are given to us. Actually, they're not mine. One should give up thinking of my possessions, my son and my husband. Janasya mohoyam ahaṁ mameti. This is our disease, right? Ahaṁ and mama. Ahaṁ. Who is ahaṁ? Who is I? I am this body. And mama means anything which is related to this body is mine. And anyone who is in any way antagonistic to mine, they are all my enemies. And it goes on like that. Janasya, this is moha, this is illusion. Janasya mohoyam ahaṁ mameti. This is ahaṁ mama iti, like this. So my possessions, so this is all mama, my possessions, my son, my husband. Nothing belongs to anyone but the Supreme Lord. This is the thing, na? And because of this, because I think this is mine, right? I think this is my husband, this is my children, this is my family, this is my property. Then anyone who is causing any harm or in any way, then immediately I become disturbed. I start worrying. In reality, nothing is mine. As a caretaker, you take care of things. But that does not mean you are so attached that you are disturbed, right, to such an extent of losing a dear one, right? A dear one means, again, related to this body. The main thing is why I have this affection and this attachment. Because those things are related to this body. If you really peacefully sit down and if you consider this, you will see all this attachment is coming, all these things are related to this body. If the same thing happened to somebody else which is not directly related to my body, I'm not affected. I may say, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not affected. But when it happens to my child, when it happens to my husband, when it happens to my mother, then I'm so affected. This is because I see this body as myself. And it's not going to go away by just theoretically, we are just understanding theoretically. How does it go away? So for the Jnanis, by doing Nishkama Karma Yoga, but that's not our path. For us, by doing bhajan. What is our bhajan? You have to hear about the glories of the Lord. And you have to, so Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam. But to do that also, you need faith. Like that. One should give up thinking of my possessions, my son, at least, because we have it already. There's no questioning that, whether we have it. But when we have it, when we feel like that, we should remember Bhagavatam, right? When we are hearing this Bhagavatam, this should come, right? When we become angry with someone because someone did something to, me or my family member, then at that time I should think, it's not mine. Nothing is mine. It all belongs to Kṛṣṇa. It's been given to me for some time. Just like you stay in a rental apartment. You stay in that house. While you're in that house, you're cleaning it, you're taking care of it and all. But it's not yours. It's not yours. Now, if you're told to vacate this apartment because your lease is over and we are going to give it to someone else, you cannot say, how? No, this is mine. Can you say that? It's not yours. It's not mine. That's the point. This body is given to us. And also this setup of this family, this house, this wealth and everything else is given to us for some time. And besides, none of this is permanent anyway. While we are here, we should be engaged in the real business. What is the real business? Connect with the Supreme Lord through bhakti. That's the main activity. This should be gauna. All these other activities, it doesn't mean that you're not doing you have to do your duties now because you don't have full faith in bhakti. So you have to do. But what should be your consciousness? I have to do this because I don't have full faith. My goal is I must come to the point of full faith and completely surrender to Kṛṣṇa only. And I should be moving in that direction. In my heart, in my mind, that should be my consciousness. Not that I will be entangling myself more and more in the things of this world, in wealth, in relations, in properties, in this and that. Waste of energy, waste of time. That should be used in cultivating your faith in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. That time should be used in direct devotional service. Shravanam Kirtanam. Everything else is secondary. Nothing belongs to anyone but the Supreme Lord. One should give up thinking of my possessions, my son, my husband. Janasya mohoyam ahaṁ mameti. Nothing belongs to anyone but the Supreme Lord. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Right? Everything belongs to him. Only because of illusion do we wrongly think I am existing. What do you mean by I am existing? I am, your name. And then as soon as you say your name, you have a surname. I belong to this caste, this community, this family, this lineage. This is my qualification, educational qualification, so on and so forth. I am existing. This is because of illusion we are thinking. I, who is that I? All the designations coming from the body, that is I. Or everything belongs to me. I am existing and everything belongs to me. Thus, Mother Yashoda completely surrendered unto the Supreme Lord. For the moment, she was rather disappointed, thinking, my endeavors to protect my son by charity and other auspicious activities are useless. So now she's going to the next level. All the things that I do to protect my child, this is all useless. Who am I to protect, right? My endeavors to protect my son by charity and other auspicious activities are useless. The Supreme Lord has given me many things, but unless he takes charge of everything, there is no assurance of protection. Absolutely. Who are we to protect anyone or anything? We become very protective, isn't it? Mothers. But who are we to protect? We didn't protect our children in the womb. We didn't do anything really. And even after they were born also. Now they're not even with us. Who is protecting them? I'm protecting them from here. But still we are in this illusion. Right? I keep calling and checking. Is everything okay? Are you protected or not? The Supreme Lord has given me many things, but unless He takes charge of everything, there is no assurance of protection. Krishna is the one who's protecting. And He's protecting anyway. He's not protecting only your child or my child. He's protecting everyone because everyone is His part and parcel. So all these things are being said to help us come out of illusion. It's not that you should not love your children or you should not love your parents. That's not being said. But that attachment and that love is coming from bodily identification. If you want to do pure devotional service, you have to come out of that. You cannot have both. I will have my attachment to this body and to the people related to this body, and also I will be a pure devotee. It won't happen. It won't happen. You have to give this up if you want Krishna. That is Krishna's condition. Very beginning. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. Come out of all designations. Externally, you may be with them, but what is He interested in? In your heart, what is the position you are giving to Krishna in your heart? He wants full 100%, not even 0.5% for anyone else. 100%, that is called full surrender. And that's when pure devotional service begins. And that's where we want to go. The Supreme Lord has given me many things, but unless He takes charge of everything, there is no assurance of protection. I must, therefore, ultimately seek shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj, 7-9-19. Nice. Nrishinga Chaturdasi is coming and we have a meditation. Prahlad Maharaj is saying in the 7th canto, 9th chapter, text 19, Balasya neha sharanam pitarau narsimha. A father and mother cannot ultimately take care of their children. See? A father and mother cannot ultimately take care of their children. Ato griha kshetra sutapta vittaid janasya mohoyam ahaṁ mameti. One's land, home, wealth, and all of one's possessions belong to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although we wrongly think, I am this and these things are mine. Who's saying this? Prahlad Maharaj. He's a pure devotee. Are we pure devotees? We should just, I'll leave it up to individuals to just think about it. Actually, I will read Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary tomorrow because it's already time. But I will, we'll just leave Bhagavad Gita also. Because I want to discuss more on the 5th shloka, which we discussed briefly yesterday. So I will need some time for that. So I won't go to the next verse. We will discuss the 5th shloka again tomorrow. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji. So in one of the letters I was reading, Prabhupada says that the form of YASODAMAYI is not there in Goloka, Vrindavan. So,
Really?
yeah, he says that in one of the letters. And if I have, if you have to consider that, then how do we understand the Swarup Sakti is, YASODAMAYI, Yasodanandan, because in my mind, my thinking, oh, maybe the Shyam Sundar form would be a better option because that is ever existing. Even Yasodamai is ever existing, but it's not in Golok, it's in Bhoma Vrindavan. So, what are your thoughts, Resistant?
Not like that.
Uh,
Not that Yashodamai doesn't exist in the spiritual world. She's there, but you don't have that birth pastime.
yeah. I think, yeah, that is the right way to put it. Yes.
Yes, but Yashodamai and Nanda Mahārāja are there.
Mm.
He is the son,
And
it's the son of Yashodamai and Nanda Mahārāja.
so those pastimes are happening only in the material world. The childhood pastimes.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the details of that, but there is commentaries on that given by our acharyas. Yes, that the childhood pastimes, certainly the birth, appearance of Kṛṣṇa, that doesn't happen in the spiritual world. And also all the killing of all the demons, that also doesn't happen in the spiritual world. But about the stealing butter and all that, I'm not sure, Prabhuji. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that they're not there.
Yeah.
Spiritual world. They're too sweet to, just. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I heard
Thank you,
some classes several years ago, I heard, but I don't have a good grip on that topic, so I cannot say anything.
No problem. Thank you, Mataji.
So we'll end here. Thank you all so much. Grantaraj, Brajikishori Mataji, you had something? Question?
No, I was just going to say Vancha Kalparubhescha.
Yes. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nanta Koti Vaishnavandiki, Jai.
Jai.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.